What was the hardest goodbye you've ever had to give? My husband was drunker than usual. Ordinarily, I would feel relieved when he collapsed onto the couch by the TV. That meant he was too drunk to yell and fight. Tonight, I felt no relief. All I could do was watch him from the doorway, hoping he would drink the poisoned whiskey I had just poured him. A lump sat in my throat as I watched his fat belly rise and fall with his labored breath. In his hand, he held the last drink I would ever pour for him. He sat there for a few minutes in silence without even looking at the glass of whiskey he clutched in his fat fingers. Then, without warning, he downed the entire glass in one movement. He let the glass hit the ground and sighed. He would go to sleep soon. It wouldn't be painful. Nowhere near as painful as the last 23 years had been for me. I wanted him to leave the world peacefully. I still loved him, after all. Still, I felt he deserved an explanation. At the very least, he deserved a goodbye. I walked around to the front of the couch. He rolled his half-opened eyes in my direction and the two stared at each other in silence. "There was more than whiskey in your drink," I said, my voice shaking. "I'm sorry. Your black eye is healing," he said quietly. "You know I'm sorry about hurting you. Don't you?" I nodded. "You were very beautiful once. I can still see it sometimes. When you smile. You don't smile much these days. But when you do, your eyes flash like they did when we were teenagers. It reminds me of how young and beautiful we were. Young, beautiful, and carefree." "Your drink," I said. I could barely hold back the tears at this point. "You're dying." "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." "I know," he whispered and slowly nodded. "I saw you pour it." I put my hands over my mouth and tried not to cry. "Do you remember that field trip we took during our second year of high school?" he asked. I shook my head. "We spent the whole day together," he said as his voice became fainter. "It was the first time I really met you. There were 50 or 60 of us there, but I only cared about you. On the bus ride home, we sat next to each other. Do you remember now?" I nodded. Everybody on the bus slept. They were so tired. But not us. We couldn't stop talking to each other. We had so much to say back then. When you started to drift off to sleep, I was sad. But then you said something to me. Do you remember what it was? "I'm going to lean on you, okay?" "Yeah," he said as a smile slowly spread across his face. "And you fell asleep on my shoulder." I couldn't sleep the whole bus ride because I was so happy that we were having that moment. And I know you didn't sleep either. The bus bounced too much. And back then my arms were muscular. You just wanted to be close to me. I'm sorry I was such a lousy pillow. And I'm sorry I was an even lousier husband. I wanted to say something but could not. His voice slowed even further. He spoke as if he was in a dream. "I still love you as much as I did on that bus ride. I just got worse at showing it. I'm sorry." I did not reply. I just stood and tried to compose myself. After a moment, I walked over and sat next to him on the couch. "I'm going to lean on you, okay?" I whispered. "Okay," he replied as I rested my head against his arm.